You can see my presentation, yeah, girls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how Google reads your reviews, okay? So Google's local algorithm weighs reviews across several signals now, right? We just sort of kind of already knew this, but they're telling us more about it. So that's why we're figuring now we need to start paying more attention to the reviews. So they recently just had their massive get together with Google, right? And I did a massive core update back on May 20th for rankings and everything. And so everything's changed again. Yeah. So reviews are actually more important now. But I guess in a way they always have been. This is not something new they're saying, but now they're pretty more, they want to get it out there that there's more to it than we're actually seeing. Okay. So we have the quantity, more reviews establish prominence. Obviously, if you've got the more reviews, the better, right? And then the recency and velocity. Basically, you don't like getting one every 4 months is not the best. I mean, it's not a big deal if you do, but trying to encourage the reviews, whatever, you can do, asking them to leave a review. And then there's keywords in text now. So that's where the game changer sort of lies. There's actually keywords that you're reflecting back in your reviews, and then the quality of your ratings. So the trust sweep spot sits around 4.2, 4.5 stars. So you don't necessarily have to get 5, 5, 5 every time. Okay. It's not a vanity metric, right? They shape everything for your business. So 98% of consumers read reviews before choosing a local business. I guess that's what they've got, all that data that's come in, and now it's super important, right? Local pack ranking factors come from review signals. I'll explain that further down. A lift in conversions is tied to a strong review profile. So that's where our conversions seem to be going, and I'm going to explain that too a bit further, okay? So Google reads your reviews in like 4 or 5 ways. Well, here's what we know. So the quantity, like I was saying, right? More reviews establish prominence. Top ranking local businesses average around 47 reviews, 50 reviews. And then a steady flow of fresh ones coming in keeps your profile alive and on top of things. Okay, it keeps it going. It's a healthy business. And then reviews that name your services help Google match you to relevant searches. That's the thing, right? So naming your services. So I guess we can say, like, as an example, co-working space, right? Co-working Marbella. This is if somebody says in the review, this is a great co-working office. I mean, that would be perfect, but we can't tell people what to write. Mm-hmm. All right. So, and then rating quality, the trust sweet spot sits around, again, 4.5. Believe it. Oh, and it has to be authentic. And I figure, this is just a prediction. I don't know yet. I figure they've probably already set up some sort of AI algorithm to detect spam, to detect fake reviews, even VPN-laden reviews. Some people go and do their own reviews with a VPN, right? They go to a different country and area, make several emails. Do you remember back in the day, Fiona, people used to do that for a living? They used to actually go and they did this profile on Fiverr, for example, saying, I'll write you fake reviews. It was actually a really good business. So that's sort of dead now because it's getting smarter, obviously. Okay. So, oops, I jumped. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So the 3 business map listing captures the lion's share of local clicks. Reviews are your biggest lever to get there. So yeah, it's really changing. So we need to actually get the reviews. Now I'm going to explain really quickly why it's really changing. So one thing that's happening right now with me personally, with my clients, is the rankings are amazing. Rankings are amazing. Number one in Google across, like, I don't know, 50, 60 friggin' keywords and phrases, right? The traffic has gone, it's just sunk. So why? How's that happening, right? That's because of the way AI search is changing everything. Where they're looking up your business, or they're saying, give me the top 3 businesses or the best business for this, right? In Marbella, wherever they're localized, right? Wherever they're searching from. And they're using ChatGPT, Google AI mode, read it, right? That's what they're going to Perplexity. And they're using AI to do that. Sometimes they're not even clicking over to your site. They're just reading about you. And if they do click over to your site, they've already made a decision. That's so it's like a two-edged, like what is it, two-edged sword, whatever. It's sort of like, yeah, like they're reading about you specifically, but you're still on your site. It kind of sucks. You know what I mean? You can't get that traffic through, but hey, your brand is great, but it's actually affecting the way the traffic, like analytics. So I've been getting calls about their traffic. My clients are like, what's going on? Listen, I'm really sorry, but you're number one, but this is what's happening. So I think what they've done, Google, from what I can gather, is they're trying to get you to buy ads. Now they're really pushing it. Google ads, right? Because people do click on those. Not many. I mean, not as many as the organic, but people still click on the ads. So anyway, that's what's sort of happening. But with reviews, those signals, when it looks at your reviews, then you'll get the click for the amount of reviews you have. Does that make sense to everybody so far?
Yeah, just a question, Sonia. So
yeah, sure.
When you say when you have reviews, you'll get the click. Why is that? What do you mean exactly?
So they're researching you from they're researching you. They're not really going to your website, but they're researching you. And they happen to see, so Google, the way Google set up everything now with their AI mode, you've got the ones coming down on the side, and actually your reviews will be sitting there for the Google business profiles. So if they say, okay, you've got like 50 really 5-star reviews, okay, cool. I'm going to choose you. That's what I mean. It's all the signals and what people are looking at. And because AI gives us such a big, fast, I mean, our attention spans were already gone, right? Years ago because of the internet and how fast things were getting. So now we just want the answer now. So that's the way people are. I just want the answer now. I'll just type it in ChatGPT, right? And then ChatGPT, you continue to ask, well, what about Central House? Is it really good for co-working? According to the reviews, according to this, it'll tell you, yeah, it is a good co-working space. So where is it getting that information from? It's getting it from your reviews. Make sense?
Definitely. Okay.
All right. What slide am I on here? Okay. So how do we get more reviews? This is the same old story. Unfortunately, we can't really. There's one important thing coming up though. I'll explain. So request a review right after a positive moment. So at the checkout, if you have a shop, on the delivery of your service, or post service, where they've expressed, this is great, thank you, basically. So automate the follow-up. Send a short text or email with a direct link. Post service follow-up drives far higher volumes. The minute they're done on that customer journey, you can send them, you can automate this. The next thing, you always have to respond, even to the negative ones. It's so important. It's so important. I've been looking at, going through doing the research. A lot of these people don't even bother responding. And I think that's kind of, not very nice. Bit arrogant, actually. You should be thanking your customers, right? And you have to respond to the negative ones, especially. And Google actually kind of looks at what you're saying to them. You can't have a little meltdown. You can't swear at them. You can't do stuff like that.
Oh,
They're
really?
keeping us in check for that. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, like the reviews, you have to be very professional and polite. So if they're being rude, you could say, oh, how can we make your experience better? That sort of thing. I'm really sorry you had this experience. You have to actually act like you're a customer service agent, right? Not the Spanish customer service, talking the United Kingdom way, the Canadian way, the American way. Basically, you have to be professional. And then share your Google review link via QR code. That's a cool one, actually. QR codes are making a massive comeback. Receipt or SMS. So leaving one just takes seconds, basically, is what you want them to do, right? So the QR code here, click, just do it. Boom, 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 5 stars. They don't even have to write anything. It's better if they do, but just leave them be. Or the SMS. Make it super quick for people because, again, attention spans, they're gone. Okay. So just do the takeaway. So reviews are confirmed Google ranking signal. This is confirmed. This is not a guess. We're not making predictions here. This is actually a confirmed ranking signal. Okay. Roughly 1 in 6 local pack factors. That's local pack. You guys know what that is? It's Google's localized search. So we have the knowledge graphs that come up on the side, businesses on the bottom, the maps, the way they've done that first page now. That's what they're talking about when they say pack, the local packs. That's where most of my optimization takes place for my clients because we're all local. Okay, aim for 40 to 50 recent reviews and a steady flow. I know that's a big task. That is a really big task, actually. Looking at that number, I mean, people are just going to get frustrated, but we have to do it. So velocity matters as much as the volume, how fast you get them. And then respond to every review. It builds trust, keeps your profile active, which is another huge signal in ranking factors. Now, I guess in AI factors. Win the 3-pack and you more than double your local traffic. Okay. So that's pretty much my presentation on why reviews have now come into the signal rankings. Any questions?
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So it's a pretty easy. I know it all sounds easy. It does. Okay. Oh, hey, I just got to get some reviews and do this. But even that 40, 50, I feel a bit,
yeah.
I have to start doing that for SEO Sonia. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get 40 or 50 friggin' reviews. You know what I mean? I'm already frustrated thinking about it. But yeah, I guess you have to start somewhere.
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to talk about your stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi everyone again. So I'm Caroline and I work with Sonia. Sonia's an SEO and AEO expert, and I'm more of a general marketing expert. I'm going to share my screen if it will let me.
Yep. You should have permission to do that. Let me know if you don't, and we'll sort it.
Yeah, I'm just going to share my entire screen. Why not? I can see
Okay.
everything. Okay, so first of all, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do have a look. My name's Caroline Lips, and on Instagram, I'm _visibility girl, specialise in visibility, but also mostly now for wellness, health, beauty, and luxury companies. It's a little plug there. And let's go straight into a tool that I have, which I use with my clients. And it will help you if you're considering getting more reviews and you want to do it strategically instead of just when you remember, which is what everyone seems to do. This might be of real interest to you. I'm going to show you a demo of how this tool works. So basically, this tool is for anyone that wants to get more reviews as a service-based business. Okay, so I think all of you guys here today have service-based businesses. You should all be focusing on reviews, especially after what we've heard today from what Sonia's told us about the ranking factors. This tool is very easy to integrate into your business. It's designed for anyone with a small business right up to a big scale restaurant that's having maybe 200 reviews a day, you know. So the point of the tool is to not just get you more reviews, is to help you manage the reviews and create more content from the reviews. So I'll show you what I mean. So when you log in, you have a dashboard and it tells you your feedback summary. So it will tell you the sentiment, it will tell you what's been going on. And we have different agents in the tool. We have a GEO agent, which will write blog posts for you. We have an AEO, an SEO agent, which will reply to your reviews for you. And that's really cool. And then we have a social media agent that will share your reviews on social media without you having to do anything. But obviously with AI, we have to put rules in place. We can't just share everything, because if you've got a bad review, you don't really want to be sharing that on social media, probably. So let me just walk you through the tool. So you get your ratings, and this client is a demo client, obviously, but they've set up with different review platforms. So it integrates with the review platforms you're already with. So for example, most of you guys will have Google Business. You might also have things like Yelp. You might have Facebook as well, but it integrates with about 30 or 40 different review platforms, including Airbnb, Booking.com, etc. And it will tell you your aggregated score. So this is great if you have more than one and you're quite a big company with lots of volume, but it's also good if you're just monitoring it for your own use. As Sonia said, trying to get to the 40 to 50, you know, you can have a monthly target, 10 a month maybe, you know, and that's why it's very important to be strategic when it comes to getting reviews, because it's always last on everyone's list. It's always a bit embarrassing to ask people, can you leave me a review? And they go, yeah, I'll do it. And they forget, you know, so this helps with that. And how does it help? So first of all, we create you a unique link like this. Just move my thing out of the way. So you get a page like this, like how would you rate your overall experience with us? And it gives them the option to either leave a review or message them privately. So that's a little bit better there and then than just sending them a link to leave you a review. Gives them two options, because they might be like, oh, I need to talk to them. And that helps to save that dialogue from going public if it's bad, and give you a chance to respond. Then you will click on leave a review, and you will obviously have here all the review platforms that you are focused on that we integrate with. Most people will probably start with Google, but you might want Facebook and Google, for example, and it gives them a choice. So that's one way, and we can make that work by giving you the link. You've got your own link. We make it, there's a QR code that this system generates. You can have that displayed in your physical place of work, or we can do little cards that we program for you, and you can use these tap cards at the point of sale. As well as this, we've obviously got the automation side. So if you have more than, say, 10, 20 people a month that work with you that you want to get a review from, it's worth thinking of automating it rather than telling everyone manually, because you're going to be there all day. So the way we do that is we can do send outs. And this is just a demo saying that it's all been sent to these people and what's happened. But it's very easy. We have templates in here with review requests, and you just upload your data, or we can do a lookup with a webhook to your CMS system, or your CRM system, sorry, so that every time you get a new customer, we can make it automate that it sends them a link to leave you a new review. So there's different levels of how sophisticated you want this to be, depending on where you are in your business. If you're just starting and you don't have that many customers, you can just use the link, which you can have saved on your phone, or you can have little cards if you're face-to-face with customers, right up to automated review requests. And that works with email, SMS, WhatsApp, etc. So the most important thing as well that Sonia mentioned is that we have to be replying to reviews now. So I think most of my clients, even if they get reviews, they're kind of guilty of not replying to them. And they just think, oh, great, I've got a review. So we always want to be replying to reviews. And the tool will actually let you reply to reviews using AI. So you can either go in and reply manually, try and get some good keywords in there for your business. So if you're a fitness coach, you might want to say something like, I'm really glad you enjoyed the fitness coaching in San Pedro de Alcantara, you know, so you've got that in there. But obviously you don't want to be too fake sounding. And this is where the AI tool comes into its own, because we can set it up. Let's have a look. It's the SEO agent. So we set up an SEO agent and we put rules in place. So we say the tone is this, formal, it could be informal, professional, etc. Reply in English, and it will auto detect. So if you're based in an international community, for example, Marbella, some of the restaurants I work with, they have clients sending reviews in Russian, Ukrainian, Spanish, English, French, and this will reply to those reviews in the person's language, which is great. And then you can enter additional instructions and you can add keywords. So here you might want to add in a keyword that you think is important to get in to get you ranking more on Google. And then this is very important, the rating threshold. So you don't want to be auto-replying to the negative reviews. So if you do get, you will get one or two that are bad. If you get one that's a 1 and they're complaining, you don't really want the SEO agent to just randomly reply. You want to go in and look at that. And don't worry, because the tool alerts you to everybody that sends a review. So especially if you get a low star review, you can have an alert set up. So you know you go in and you need to take action on that. But this way, you're replying to all your reviews in real time. You don't have to do anything, and it just saves you that job. So any questions so far? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry, there's construction outside. I'm sure you heard it. It's
Okay,
awful.
no worries.
Yeah, this is great. This is actually fantastic because of the importance of the reviews now with the signals for SEO,
Yep.
for rankings, and this is a way to keep everything in order. So yeah, I was actually continue on. I'm gonna write down the question.
Okay.
I'm just going on mute again though, because this is
Yes.
really loud out here.
Okay, right. So the other thing we have here is visibility. So this tool lets you check your visibility in the local area. So obviously you've probably all got Google Business, and you probably sort of look at it and you go into Google Business and look at how many direction requests you're getting, how many leads you're getting. Great. But this gives you a bit more in-depth analysis. So you can see what positions you're in for your main keyword and your main area of business in your local area. So remember, this isn't real data, but this is what it's like. So you know that here you're in position 1, great, happy days, but around a larger area you go down a bit, and it will actually tell you who the market leader is. I'm just going to move this black box out of the way because it's getting in the way of the screen. So you can see who else is in the local area, and it will bring their review page up. So you can actually use that to get ideas about what they're doing and just see what's going on and understand and almost like reverse engineer why they're in that position. What are they doing better than you? So it's always good to have that consumer intelligence. And this will also show your review score ranking. So you can see your business and your competitors ranked by review score, a value from 0 to 10 based on the number of reviews and the average rating. So you can see that this one, the demo one, is like the second best, and this Kimmy's Cafe is the best one in the area. So they know that they're losing out to Kimmy's Cafe. So that's something they need to be mindful of. It also shows you performance. This is pulled in straight from your Google Business profile. Obviously, you can get this from Google Business, but it's easier if you're using this tool to manage it, so you have it all in one place. And you get some insight there of the keywords people are using. You also get the AI ranking, which is really nice. So this shows you how your visibility is being analyzed across AI platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and Grok. Okay. So again, this is something that's going to become more important than Google over time, you know. Then we have your Google Business profile. Again, if you're not already using your Google Business profile, you need to be using it more. So I would say, in my experience, and me included, when I started doing local marketing and moved from like corporate big marketing to more local marketing, I just set up a Google Business profile, put a few pictures on there, and I thought that's all I needed to do. Well, that's not the case. You have to keep it actively updated with posts. You have to keep all the things in there, like opening hours, you know, make sure they're up to date. You have to do updates. Updates means post in Google Business Profile language. So that's really important. So if you're doing content on Instagram, but you're neglecting Google Business, don't. And exciting, what is coming for Google Business Profile is they're going to be integrating with your social media. So they will actually pull in your social media feeds. I don't think it's been released yet in Spain, but I know that's coming in the US. So that's coming as well, which is nice. You don't have to do as many updates on there. Right. So the other thing we can do is a website. So if you have a really good Google Business Profile and you don't have a website, this tool can make you a little website from your Google Business Profile, which is great. So it's free, it's an extra service that's included with the tool, and it will make you a nice little website. So you need to be making sure your Google Business Profile is up to date and really good anyway. And once you've done that, if you don't have a website and you want a free one, this can just make you one based on the information. You can configure it, and you know, it looks quite decent, to be honest. And it will pull in your reviews. So that's great for clients that don't necessarily have a website. But what tends to happen is people invest thousands in a website and they neglect the Google Business normally. But, you know, and as part of this, we have a GEO agent. This is cool because this writes blogs for you and it can publish them for you. You can either set it up so you get to check them first, you auto-publish them. The level of control is there. So it will create blog posts for you based on your content and topics that you set up with the GEO agent. So that saves so much time, and that helps you with your local visibility as well. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the one that I think is the best bit about the whole tool, which is, where is it? Not reputation, engagement. Okay, so engagement is very important, as we know, and we want to make sure that when we're getting these lovely reviews that we're sharing them, right? So you can have a social media agent set up. So whenever you get a review, I'll show you what they look like when they come in. So you've got your reviews coming in here. These are pulled from your review platforms. They're from Google, Facebook, whatever. You want to take that review and make it look nice and then put it on social media. And by all means, you can do a screenshot, you can put it in Canva, you can make a little post, but that's just doing too much work, really. Who has time to be doing that? So with the SEO agent, no, sorry, the social media agent, it will make a little graphic for you, and it looks really pretty, and it has the person's name and what they've said. And then it will also write a caption for you. Thanks for your review. And they put their name in, da, 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 da. And you decide with the social agent if you want to have this working so that every time you get a review, it shares it. I don't recommend that in case you get a 1-star review or a 2-star review. You can set it so it only does certain types of reviews. You can decide if you want it to be a post or a story. I would recommend doing stories. And then maybe for the posts, you do that manually, because then you can control what's on your feed. So it's really nice. And I got mine set up so every time I get a 5-star review, it goes to a story. And it's just one less thing to have to worry about. If you do want to do it as a post and you want to do it manually, you don't want AI to do it, this actually creates the graphic for you, and you just click here to download it. So it still saves you time and messing around in Canva. So that's the tool. And I think it's a great way of making sure that you have a strategy behind your reviews, because I don't know about you, but most of my clients don't, and they just know they need reviews, but they don't have targets for them. They don't train their staff on getting them. And that's what this tool kind of empowers you to do. Any more questions? No? Sonia,
How much is it?
It's €49 a month for the standard package, but
Okay.
I do have an annual plan, which is just 250 at the moment as a special promotion. So you get this for an annual plan. If you're a huge scale business with more than, say, you want to do more than 1,000 emails a month to customers, then it's a bit more. We have different plans, but it starts at 49 a month. Yeah.
Wait 1 second. Top restaurant in Marbella. Wait. No, I'm good, but the top tip on updating your Google profile was good. Fiona's just in the chat.
No more questions. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. Well, thank you guys. Anything else from you, Sonia?
No, I think this really needs to get promoted. So we're going to do another webinar.
Yes.
We're going to do this again.
Yes. I think people don't understand why they need reviews generally.
Yeah, that's the point. So I think it's gonna do this, promote this a bit differently.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get it out there because it's actually, I mean, they're sneaky. Google's so sneaky, right? They sort of like put something out and it's like it's not a massive, they won't make it a massive announcement, but it's like all of a sudden they put something out and it's like, oh, you should have known that. No, it's not the way it works, but that's what they do. This is the kind of crap we have to put up with. I can't stand Google, obviously, everybody can tell that. So anyway, it's really important because this is a massive signal, right? And a lot of people don't think they have to reply, and they do have to reply.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks everyone.
We'll cut it off early because I mean we're pretty much done, and we've got everybody. Do you have any questions, Lenny?
No, I don't actually. I just wanted you to know that I was present the whole time.
No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. No, it's fine. This is what happens with webinars. I wouldn't mind
on another webinar, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind listening to that all again.
Well, it's recorded. It's
Yeah,
recorded, but
anything.
Caroline and I are gonna do another one. I have a date I suggested for June 18th for next month.
Yeah, okay,
Because
cool.
we need to get the word out. This is important, you know, this is sort of, stuff that people just don't know. They just think, oh, reviews. Nobody wants to do them, so they're giving up, right? A lot of, like me, I did. I'm like, screw it, I don't want to review. This is so hard to get a review. But now I have to get friggin' reviews. So
No
we
fake
got to
reviews
do it.
either, please.
And
Thank
your
you so
all-in-one
much.
package is amazing. So this is the perfect opportunity to get